Welcome to another episode of As Real As It Get.
In a case of self-defense, where self-defense or the prevention of crime is concerned, if the jury came to the conclusion that the defendant believed or may have believed that he was being attacked or that a crime was being committed and that force was necessary to protect himself or to prevent the crime, then the prosecution have not proved their case. If, however, the defendant's alleged belief was mistaken and if the mistake was an unreasonable one, that may be a powerful reason for coming to the conclusion that the belief was not honestly held and should be rejected. Even if the jury come to the conclusion that the mistake was an unreasonable one, if the defendant may genuinely have been laboring under it, he is entitled to rely upon it. So, somebody said, don't break a hip. Donald Thompson, what's going on there? Forced to defend oneself of life. Yeah, it's reasonableness. So the mistake, though, once it is honest and it is honestly held, doesn't matter how people think objectively or how people feel, you're gonna understand right away, immediately, that once you do that, they're going to make the assessment about that the response is proportionate to the threat. Well, how them usually say it is, man can't bring knife to gunfight. Man can't just get up and just allow, say, people are gonna do them things and you take it. Otherwise, them pronounce you. And if it's one thing I can tell you, in a high crime society as Jamaica, watch the news every day. Watch the news as it is. Any single day. You watch the news and guess what happens as you look at the news? The news will tell you immediately. Where there's extrajudicial killings, they said 4 men were gunned down on Walton Park Road. They were challenging the police. And upon challenging the police, they were shot. None of the police officers were harmed in the shootout. Forensic came and the bodies were moved in the back of the marked vehicle, and they were taken and pronounced dead at the hospital. We now turn over to the crime officer and ask the crime officer what happened. Yes? Violence contributors, and they were on the wanted list, and today is Thursday and they were on wanted Wednesdays. So we did the operation and the men were there on the road and we cornered off the area and a shootout ensued. The men were deaded and guns were found. That is what happened. It is our story and we are sticking to it. We also understand that Hindicom will investigate. Make them investigate. Yallow is not bound to kill this. It's a hammer. Anyway, that happens. And you hear that every day. Similarly, we hear it where persons are harmed in their house, playing dominoes at a bar, children are involved, old people, women, no discrimination when it comes to what happens in the high crime society situation and scenario. Don't take it lightly. This is a real thing, and when we talk about the lived human experience, persons understand that, boy, it really ain't safe, no matter how they say it's safe. So again, remember, defending yourself in a high crime society is going to mean that you have to decide if you're going to be carried by 6 or judged by 7. It's 7 now, it's no longer 12 if the law has since been updated. Now, back for